Hey, you ever accidentally masturbate to young pictures of your mom?
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Before I get into this video, I wanted to say two things. The first thing being that you are no longer going to be getting crystallization catalysts by the time this video is up. So if you're seeing me getting crystallization catalysts in these videos, just know that is because the event has ended for that. Second thing being that my hours are completely off when it comes to the challenge. I do have an extra hour of playtime. That is because of the game not registering my playtime in Albion. So if you are trying to grind out the new event tokens, make sure that you are outside of Albion in a mission or even in the open world at an outpost. I'm not sure if this is because of my new account or if this is a bug, but with that being said, let's get right into the video. So I did end up leaving off the last video at Sterile Lands and I managed to grind out Bunny. Now that I actually have Bunny, my goal is to try to get out of Sterile Lands and hopefully finish off Vespers within these 2 hours.
What a drag.
So I wanted to go over the junk filter for the weapons. So there are going to be times where you're going to have a boatload of duplicates and you're just going to want to get rid of them. So essentially you're going to go into the junk filter and actually change the dismantle all rares to dismantle all ultimates and above. This will allow you to actually dismantle every single weapon, and make sure that you do actually set it to level 1 so that it will dismantle everything that's level 1 and above. Before I start this first dungeon, I just want to clarify that there are 3 normal descendants that you have to grind through this dungeon system, that being Freyna, Sharon, and Blair. So I do actually have a mastery rank guide video from a couple months ago. This is a little bit dated with the UI. Just know that instead of access info, it's actually going to be under library. Everything else is relatively the same. The only reason why I'm bringing this up is because it can be really easy to miss. So if you're wondering why you cannot find these descendants under amorphous materials, that is the reason why.
This nigga is trash.
Father, this guy stinks!
Not bad, not bad.
Also, don't forget to come to this NPC right here. He actually has a lot of side quests that can give you gold, Kuiper modules, and even ultimate weapon parts. So with reactors and external components, they do also have a junk filter that you can use. Just so that the video is not like 30 minutes long, I'm actually going to put Ornery Biscuit's video on this said topic in the description down below. So if you want to get a better understanding, I would highly recommend watching a video to the end. At this stage of the game, realistically, you're just going to equip the highest level reactor that corresponds with your Descendant. So I wouldn't really worry about substats too much, especially if you're going through the campaign. Alright, with the second Colossus down, I'm actually going to be able to unlock Vespers. Hopefully with the time remaining, I'm actually going to be able to complete the whole region. If not, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Not bad, not bad.
So whenever you're fighting a Colossus, make sure that you're looking at the stats of the Colossus, see what it's weak to and what type of damage it's going to be dishing out. Early on, elemental resistance is actually very important so that you can actually survive during these Colossus fights, but once you get into like the later games, it's not super needed. Also on the bottom left, you can see that there is battle information. This just gives you a more in-depth look at the stats for the Colossus, may it be its HP or its resistances. So my plans with the event coins is I'm going to actually save up enough for the Descendant purchase so that I can buy Enzo. Enzo is actually really good for encrypted volts so that you can actually grind out materials for the crystallization catalyst and the energy activators. So with those 2 hours, we ended up going through Sterile lands and then finishing Vespers. Hopefully we can make some light work with Devourer when it comes to finishing off Echo Swamps for tomorrow, but to be honest, I'm not even afraid of him. I think he's the easiest boss in the game. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.